Hello, it's Peter again. Nice to see you. We moved into our house about a year and a bit ago, and so last year we just let the garden do pretty much what it wanted to do, so we could see what we got and what we hadn't got. You can see here that we've got a vegetable patch which did well, but we really don't have the time to do a vegetable patch again this year. So what we've decided to do is to plant some trees in here, some fruit trees, and in the rest of the garden we've got a lot of spring bulbs but not much else. So we've decided to put in some trees, and I'm going to show you what we've decided to do. In the vegetable plot we've decided that we're going to put some fruit trees. We've decided to put in a couple of apple trees because then they can pollinate each other. So we're putting in a Laxton Superb and a Golden Delicious. And over here we decided to put in a plum tree and also a conference pear, and we'll see how they get on. We're then going to grass the whole area underneath them and transplant a lot of the bulbs that we have into this area so that in the spring it'll be full of bulbs, and then the blossom will come on the trees, and so this will be an area that we can enjoy in the spring to start off with, and then throughout the rest of the year. In the rest of the garden we have no height, we have no trees, so we've researched this pretty carefully to make sure we don't have trees that have very large roots and that could do any damage to any foundations. So we've gone for fruit trees. We've got a lilac that we're putting in here. We've got some flowering cherries which won't be invasive, and we've got an ornamental salix here, a willow, because it's very wet in this part of the garden and we want to try and soak up some of that moisture if we can. As I said, we haven't got much height in the garden, so we're going to be putting in a flowering cherry here and another one a bit further up, because these will give us beautiful blossom in the spring and then fill out and give us the foliage during the summer, and then foliage which is attractive and pretty in the autumn. Two trees that we particularly want to put in the garden are plants that we've had in past gardens. One of them is a Magnolia stellata and the other one is a Japanese maple, an Acer. We're not quite sure where we're going to put these just yet because we want them to be a focal point, but we wanted to buy them, and then we thought, well, we'll see where they fit best in the garden before we decide on a permanent position for them. So I'm going to leave you now, and I'm going to get on and get these into the ground while it's still light and warm, and so they can start getting going. We're planting them at the end of March so that they have the whole growing season ahead of them, and so we'll see how we get on with them and see what they look like in a year or so's time. Thanks for listening. If you have enjoyed this, then please subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.